What did a friend do that instantly turned you on? He hugged me when I had my coat unbuttoned, and instead of putting his arms over it, he slid his arms inside my coat and hugged me really close. His palms were so warm on my back that it was an instant thing. Always liked him, but that was the aha moment. I normally dressed in comfy pants and a baggy top when I worked in the office, still business professional, for years. One day I went in wearing a fitted skirt and top and high heels since I had an important meeting. When I walked past my friend's desk, he was leaning back in his chair on a call. He looked up to wave hi like he normally does and ended up falling backwards out of his chair. Saw him in a totally different light after that. I had a personal trainer friend brag about her braided ponytail and then had me give it a sharp tug while we were at work. We both immediately understood that could not happen at work again. Not me, but the girl. Worked with a girl, and we share a bit of an age gap. She's 11 years older than me. We were talking about dating and someone mentioned they'd never date someone older. I looked at the girl and I said, I'd date someone 11 years older than me. She told me that's the moment she realized she was attracted to me. It's not much, but now we have a 2-month-old baby. Told me he really likes my body, then got flustered trying to rephrase he meant my tattoos. I had a new one on my arm. I think he blushed a little. She nuzzled into my neck during a hug. We hadn't seen each other in a while, so it was definitely an interesting surprise. I used to own a bakery some time back. He ordered 30 donuts from my bakery and distributed them to children to celebrate 12 prestigious months of my bakery. We are together now. He is a very kind and respectful man. We were over at our mate's pool for a party-ish event. I was resting in the pool chair in the sun after swimming, and she came over and sat on my lap and snuggled up. Still being young, we said why not for that night. We are now happily married with 3 kids and our shared pup Jacob she coincidentally got the day before the party. Met a girl at college orientation a few months before the semester started and we talked a bit. Then the next time I saw her was the first day of the semester and she said while walking away, we're going to have some fun together. First girl I slept with. She fed me popcorn one by one. She changed her clothes in front of me while casually talking. She was the girl next door. We would chat, but nothing else. Until one day she kissed me. 48 years later she's still kissing me. Sitting on my face when wrestling after she pinned me was a surprising start. We were having a conversation about the use of the word daddy in the bedroom. I said something about how it didn't do anything for me. She walked up to me, looked up at me with her best bedroom eyes and said, "You don't like it, daddy?" I had never liked it before that moment. But damn it, that was really hot. Weird, but fact, looked deep into my eyes and told me, "Would you perhaps carry me?" When her feet hurt after a night of dancing. So I carried her piggyback style for quite some distance to get to the car, and I must say, it's been a while since I felt that masculine. It was incredibly arousing. Not gonna lie though, the fact that her voice is incredibly hot and smoky helped a great deal too, and having it next to my ear while I carried her sent shivers down my spine. We were sat in a park and she decided to show me some of the stretches and exercises she does every morning. Some of them turned out to be, to my eyes at least, very provocative and definitely made me feel a certain way. That was the first time I'd seen her in a more than friends light. Fast forward a few years and we're now in a relationship and I still get to see her do those stretches most mornings. She was dressed as a police officer for a Halloween party and I jokingly suggested she handcuffed me. Learned new things about myself that night. I still remember this girl in middle school that sat on my lap, took my hat off, put it on, and said, "Don't you think I look just as cute with it on?" I melted. She came over to our friend's house and was wearing a zip-up hoodie. She came over and gave me a hug and then told me she wasn't wearing a bra or anything underneath and unzipped it a little. I was starting to go to the gym more, so I asked my friend to help me with machines cause I get gym anxiety plus what half the gym machines do. We took turns on a gym machine he thought would be easy for me, and when it was my turn, he helped me get the right form down by placing my hands or orienting my body a certain way. We're still friends, never anything more, but we do however not gym anymore. I hope all of you ended up with these people because most of these sound like hints being thrown at you. She took my hat. I chased and caught her and pinned her up against the wall to get the hat back. When I pinned her hands above her head to get the hat, at this point it was purely playful on my part to get the hat back, she bit her lip and she gave me a look. When she gave me that look I also instantly felt what she was feeling. I once came in, he had no shirt on, just finished his workout, couldn't tell whether he was showing off or was just my timing. We were at a pool party and she ran her fingers through my chest hair and said, "Wow, you're so manly." Edit. Her hint definitely gave me a raging clue as to how to proceed. Called me a good boy. She was joking, I wasn't. Very unexpected, we were playing tackle football in the park with a group of friends. Like dangerous, no pads, no rules, just beating each other up. She joins my team, knocks over dudes twice her size. Her friends tell me her nickname on the field is Truck because nobody can stop her. Think Tormund and Brienne on Game of Thrones. I instantly know, I hit the jackpot. Married her within a year. Been married for 24 years, she is still unstoppable. Nobody in the world I would rather have my back. Started showing her photos in her gallery, eventually leading up to the bikini pics she isn't confident enough to post on social media. While drinking beer at her apartment, curled up in the couch under the same blanket, we weren't cuddling. She did the take your bra off through the sleeve trick. I was 17 and was best friends with a college girl in town that I had met through my brother's then fiancé. We were chilling late as hell one night and we wrapped up a movie and was getting her stuff together since she had work in the morning. She stopped me and said, "What if I just stay?" The way she looked at me when she said it sealed my fate forever. LOL. I married that woman and we now have 2 beautiful little kids. I was running a corporate conference a few years ago and met some of the volunteers. One was a friend of mine and we hadn't seen each other for a few years. She started remarking how it looks like I've been working out and slowly ran her hand up my shoulders. Instant turn on. We knocked boots later that night. I should call her. I was sitting on the floor, my back against the desk, her to the left of me on the computer chair. She puts her feet on my left thigh with a slight pressure. This was always hot to me, and would occur more than once in other positions. She shouted at me to sit down and built my heavy wooden furniture alone while I just watched, because I was too pathetic at DIY and only slowing her down. When I told him that I'm not well versed in European history, and we proceeded to talk about different events that took place over the centuries. Well, more like he was telling me everything and I just sat there looking at him with googly eyes. I love when men are smarter than me but are not at all condescending about it. Paid attention to me, forgot what it was like to have someone actually be genuinely interested in me while in my current relationship. Whole group of friends was going to gather at a friend's house to meet up after Christmas break. We were all in the same semester of uni. She walks in, sees me and sprints at me from across the room saying my name. She then jumps onto me, throwing me back on the couch, holding me tight and giving a lil kiss on the cheek, saying she missed me. I was just stunned looking at my friends while patting her on the back. She was a lil 5-foot freak and quite attractive. Was during a very depressive episode of life. She hugged me close, and whispered, "It'll be okay baby, don't cry." It had been so long since someone had just been nice to me, that it broke the mechanism. I still blush thinking about it. Placed a bid to hit me in the face with a pie at a charity auction. Just the way he said it sent shivers down my spine. And yes, he won the bid, so he can say he got to give me a whipped cream pie. Winky face. She sat on my lap in the back seat of a friend's dad's car on the way back from a club. The dad drove like an idiot, taking corners too fast and braking/accelerating too hard. The result was my friend moving around on my lap in her short skirt and seriously turning me on. As we climbed out of the car when we got home, the dad turned to me and, with a sly smile, said, "Enjoy the ride?" A friend started to whisper something into my ear, while we were in another friend's car. And suddenly she started licking and biting my ears all over. I was stupid hard. His bathroom sink was fully stocked with hygiene products. No 3-in-1 BS, literally face wash, hair wash, body wash, moisturizer, sunscreen, shave cream, razor and electric razor separately, dental floss, hair brush and beard comb. Man takes care of himself way more than most I've met, and it was hot. Just hot. I never felt so urged to get with him. Love reading all the replies, knowing I'll never be able to relate. She expertly recited pi to 50 digits while baking a perfect souffle. The combination of intelligence and culinary skill was irresistible.